weeks dissolve in morning haze. Time replaces yesterday's words.
Little Prickly Pear Creek. Oh, there's an old bridge down there. Railroad bridge.
Radio scans through those stations, finds a crackle that sounds like your voice. Big sky rolling over two-lane blacktop. Wind pulling secrets, I won't give it back. Amber fields blur past the window glass. Just me and this road, no looking back.
All right, we stopped here. Just it's a real small little rest area out here. Beautiful view of the mountains with the snow on it. And we're all by yourself. It's a very small little rest area, but it's very nice. You know, just enough for us to pull out here on the side, have some lunch, and we'll get moving back down the road here in just a little bit. There's a sign over here, so I'm going to go see what this point of interest sign is. Not sure the name of this rest stop. We'll see if there's a name on it. Over here. To a choice cut of buffalo meat the Indians relished. French Canadian fur trappers translate the name to de poil, the French word for hide. You know, it's the way I'm saying it, but very interesting.
Above the Appalachian line, same turn I'd take if you were still mine. Not running, just letting the highway decide what's left when the rear view clears wide. Big sky rolling over two-lane blacktop. Wind full of secrets I won't give back. Amber miles glow in the fading light. Just me and this road, and the will to drive.
All right, we just went through St. Mary's. That's the road you take to going to the sun. Very nice place to go visit. If you want to go visit there, beautiful to see. Make sure you get a reservation the night before, though, because you have to have a reservation. So right now we're 14 miles from the U.S.-Canada border, and we'll take you through. I will let you know what they ask us for, or what we have to declare, or anything, how easy or how hard it is to get through the Canadian border. So I'll keep you posted. Leaving Montana, leaving the U.S., we're coming right up on the Canadian border station. So Looks like there's maybe 5 people in front of us. So we might be here for a few minutes. We've never had any of the people be in front of us. So, yeah, we have 4 trailers in front of us. So we will keep you posted. She asked for our passports. They do not want proof of insurance or registration of your cars. We've had them ask for that before. They asked where we were going, how long we were staying in Canada. She asked where we were from, and she asked us what we did, what we do for a living, and then she wanted to know what Ernie did, and he told her that he was military, and then she asked what I did, and then what else did she ask? Oh, if we had any firearms, any tobacco, any alcohol, which we declared our alcohol, any firearms, or any weapons. And I think that didn't ask anything about fruits or vegetables or meats or anything like that. So that's it for today. Yeah, we've been through the border several times, and each time some of them they ask you some questions, sometimes they don't ask you questions. Just be prepared. Tell them the truth. You've got a firearm, you're probably going to have to go in and declare it with your papers, and make sure you have your pet shots up to date and everything. So it's very easy. It's not a big deal. This is probably the longest one that we've waited for. So very easy.
Just past the sign that says welcome in 2 languages. Fine officer taps his pen like he's got all day. Says passports out in a practice.
Moving down the road. So we have about 9 miles to the RV park we're staying at. We're staying at Lee Campground in Cardston. We'll stay there one night, and then we'll head up to Calgary.
If we touched a farm or hugged a sheep, if our boots track soil 6 inches deep, never bring back syrup in a shampoo bottle. I said only in dreams, and I rinse those out thoroughly. Plants, no meat, just beef jerky, and that's sealed. Secret cheese stash, negative fruit from home, made it in the car already. Gives the leave behind just this awkward pause. He chuckles low, shuts his log with applause. All that scrutiny for a 5-minute chat over questions that sound like a dad joke track. But borders need theater, even when it's thin. So he gave us a bow and let us back in. Got a present hidden at just this song. It's tax-free short and slightly wrong. He laughs through his nose, tips his hat just so. Waves us north where the polite winds blow.
And we are officially in Canada. So we stopped here about 19 miles past the Canadian border, US-Canadian border, and we stopped at Lee's Campground. We were here the first time we came to Canada. Our friends took us on a tour of Canada, some of the parks and stuff. We went to Banff and Jasper, and they took us all around, which was fabulous. I mean, we really enjoyed it. And we stayed here. They came down, met us here, and it was very small. I mean, it was just the one side over. And they have enlarged it. So now we had our bighorn then, and it was easy enough to get in, but it was kind of tight. But they've got all these new sites over on the other side, and really enlarged it. And these are pull-throughs, full hookup. So really happy. And it also had been very cold over here in Canada, I was told. And our friends said that they were going to get all the nasty weather out for us, and they've done a great job. Um, yeah, it is 63 degrees today and just beautiful. Couple of clouds, but it's beautiful. So we are going to head up to Calgary today, and we will be staying there for about 4 days. We want to take some time and visit with our friends, and then we also have another set of friends that are going to come down and meet us. So bonus points for that. So we always enjoy our time when we're here, seeing them and everything, and real excited to see them and catch up on everything. So we are just about ready to go. It's only 150 miles today, so only take us a couple hours to get up there. So, all right, we will get on the road here shortly, and we'll take you with us. All right, we're on the road again, so we're headed up to Calgary this morning, couple hours. So I have my driver with me.
Morning.
Morning. We'll take you with us.
Hooked up our Chevy truck at the RV park. Left our spot to head on down the road. Cardston City church bell rang throughout the city roads. Murray took the map in her truck side door. Oh, we're rolling past grain elevators tall, where the prairie wind sings over cattle stalls. 5 days of waiting at Mountain View RV Park, with grassy and rock-filled parking lots. Highway 2 hum beneath our wheels, past new crops and irrigation fields. Saw a hawk ride a thermal high, while safflower fields bow to the passing sky. Oh, we're rolling past grain elevators tall, where the prairie wind sings over cattle stalls.
We have stopped in Nanton, and we are at the Flying J. We have a pilot card, discount card, so I think Ernie has to go inside with it, but it's supposed to give us 10 cents off a gallon. So I'm not sure. We're going to test it out and see what happens. So we will keep you posted. Here we are, Flying J.
And time moves slow like creek bed snows. They baked us muffins with honey from Canada. We walked the RV park just to feel alive. The dog do smell the muffins hot. Oh, and time moves slow like creek bed snows. But we're staying where the gravel roads unwind, with harvest hands and a generous mind. 5 days fading, but we won't
We are at the Bomber Command Museum of Canada. Our friends from Calgary, Doug and Lynn, have brought us here. So we will take you around and show you around. By any missions or anything? All right. All right, you're excused, boys. Sugar Blues.
Tires hum on Highway 2. Morning light
Canada's
through dusty
Bomber
black.
Command Memorial.
Bomber wings in silent rows whisper stories from the past. Roy's boots still warm with grease, hash browns crisp and coffee black. You laugh and say this is the life, no turning back. Oh, Alberta sky so wide and kind, rolling fields and restless mind. From museum halls to Buffalo Stone, we're chasing ghosts but not alone. Tim Hortons cup beside the wheel, map unfolded on my knee. This old road knows just how to heal with every mile of memory. Head smashed and stands so tall, wind sings where herds once thundered down. I leave a stone upon the rim, for all that time can't quite keep down. Backseat full of sleepy friends, radio low and windows wide. Century Downs in neon bloom, where we'll eat and talk till midnight. Oh, Alberta sky so wide and kind, rolling fields and restless mind. From Buffalo to Tone to Racetrack Glow, we've got nowhere left to go. Coffee rings on ticket stubs, dice roll soft on green felt cloth. This old road gives what money won't, just being here means more than most. Sometimes the journey's not the view, but who you share the silence with. When headlights cut the prairie dusk and someone offers you their chips. Oh, Alberta sky so wide and kind, still holding us in golden light. From morning frost to evening cheer, we found our home right here. grand design, just simple grace. A borrowed truck and open door. This old road writes its own good place, and we were lucky enough to score.